Hey team, hope you're having a great day. My name is Stephen Menking. I'm a professional private tutor, and one of the things I'm not as professional at is recording YouTube intros. I've been doing this for about 20 minutes, and it's been a disaster. Kind of funny, but still a disaster, so we're just going to give it another attempt. Long story short, when I'm working with students, I'm preparing for the SAT. A lot of times I'll get asked how long I think it would take me to complete some of these problems because, I'm a professional tutor, so I should be able to do them pretty fast and hopefully get all of them right. And I wasn't quite sure, so I decided to test it out. So I grabbed a brand new SAT that I haven't seen before, and I decided to go for a perfect 800 score on the math section. And I hope you enjoy that video. Before we get into it, two quick pieces of information. If you go over to my website, menkingtutoring.com, that's where I have my SAT course where you can learn all about the test. If you put in the promo code, the discount code, Speedrun20, all caps, Speedrun20, then you'll get 20% off the course, which is great. And on top of that, if this video gets 100 likes, I will do a longer video where I'm explaining more about the thought processes and the answers that I'm getting. So let me know if you want more of this kind of thing. I hope that this goes well. And, since the YouTube algorithm has blessed us with some time here today, go ahead and kick back and enjoy the speedrun. Hope it goes well. Okay, team, here goes nothing. We're going to give this speedrun a shot. We're going for 800 on the SAT math, trying to do it as quickly as possible. I'm going to call time when I finish my answer sheet, and then we'll grade it together using an app that I have to scan some QR codes. But we're going to try and take care of both the no calculator and the calculator section. Would usually have a total of 80 minutes between the two. I think we can get it done in under 30. Under 20 feels a little fast. 25 maybe, that's a target. But yeah, I just don't want to choke because that would be kind of embarrassing, and I only get one attempt at these problems. So we're gonna flip on over and start the timer. Wish me luck here. Let's see what we can do. Okay, here's our function negative slope, negative intercept, which is the graph. Can't be, yes. Okay. What's the positive solution? Or back solve 10 is too big, so it's 9. Yeah, 81. What value satisfies? If it's 9, 16, and too big. If it's 8, 15, and 15, so that's good. Slope of 1, y-intercept of 2, what's the equation? Can't be, yes. And not the other one, confirmed. German currency. Combined value. I don't see an immediate shortcut. I'm going to come back to that. What an interesting question. 2, so 2 and 1 is 3 up top, 2x in the bottom. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I love this. I have a great shortcut for this. So it's going to be divide these by 2 and flip the sign. So 5 and negative 3. For the center, comes from completing the square. What's a solution to this? Let's just test the points. 1, 1 does not work. Negative 2, 2 does work. So we're good to go there. Total number of housing units, T months after new zoning law, it's growing by 10. Just 10 on the slope. How many added each month? That's the slope. Out front is a negative 3, and then it's a positive 5 on the back end. Let's check the ones that only require one calc. 2, negative 1, and 1 are the zeros, or negative 2, negative 1, and 1. And it's positive x cubed, so it looks like this. And so which of the following is not a possible value of b? Well, b can't be positive because it's negative in between negative 1 and 1. Try to keep it calm here. 3x versus x on the diameter. What's the ratio of the volume? Okay, so if the diameter is 3 times as large, that means the radius is 3 times as large. 3 times the radius in a sphere is 27 times the volume because it's 4/3 pi r cubed. So the triple gets raised to the power of 3. If x is 0, this is 2, so nah. And if x is 1, yeah, we have 6, not 4, so it's A. Okay, which of the following fx equals 0? It's -2, 1, and so 1. Function Miles number of this. Best interpretation of the doubling. So yeah, that's the multiplying factor times 2. Doubled t times? No. Doubled every 6 days? Yeah, that's better. Increase by 2? No. Increase by 2? No. It's a multiplicative because we're in exponential growth. I tell you what, let's go back to that word problem. 1 pfennig each. So there's p and then there's a g equals 10p. I'm just going to pick numbers. We want something with a combined value of 85, so that could be 5p and 8g. So if p is 5 and g is 8, no, yeah, no, no. Okay, so it's b. That's the one that fits, gets the answer we're looking for. Okay. A and b are constants. What's a? Well, we just move this over and we divide by 4. So we get positive 2 out front. BC parallel. AB is CD. What's a perimeter? Okay, so yeah, we like to find right triangles here. 26 versus 10. That's 16 left over, split. It's 8 on the sides. It's an isosceles trapezoid. 8, 6, and 10 is the 3, 4, 5, but multiplied by 2. So 10, 10, same over here. 30, 26 is 56. Okay, 18. If it's like this, presumably just going to have to quadratic formula because otherwise it wouldn't be in that form. So it's 2 plus or minus the square root of 4 plus 4 over 2. So that's 2 plus or minus root 8 is 2 root 2 over 2. So it's 1 plus or minus root 2. So n plus k is the 1 plus the 2 for the 3. Okay. We're just looking for x. So yeah, let's just eliminate y. So let's multiply both sides by 7. So we have 28x plus 7y equals 49. So we add them, 30x cancels equals 50. So x is 5/3. 50 over 30, 5/3. Oh, helpful. No solution means that the coefficients on the x's have to match so they drop out. So we just have 1/2. I could go faster if I weren't talking about that stuff. Yeah, maybe I'll do after the, well, I have to not show, just go, Steven. Oh my goodness. All right, we're on the calculator section now. 7.4 or greater, that's this and this, so that's 7 of them. Area of this. The population density, people per square mile. Okay, so we can just do a straightforward division. I'm going to click here instead of using my stylus. It's going to make a little bit of extra noise, but sometimes the stylus puts in more numbers than I want in my calculator emulator. But again, it's supposed to be a speed run. Come on, focus. There will be time for teaching later. How does the median diameter for R compare to median diameter? Well, the medians are these lines in the box. So come on, Steven, it's just less. Go faster, go faster. How many grams? It's 12 to 45. So 12 is to 45 as G is to 85.5. So it's between a third and a quarter, between a third and a quarter of 85. It's got to be that. That's 2. Head side is 0.6. Probability heads on the 10th toss. It doesn't matter what it did before. It's still 0.6. Okay, you just remove the outlier. Statement about means is true. Well, A has to have a larger average. It says a larger total. Has one extra data point, but that data point is above the average of the regular. Okay, so these are distances. And there's the speed, so 60 is the rate. What's the distance after 3 hours? 180. Just plugging in 3 to that equation. What interval? All values where? Just North Dakota. Okay, so that's after 2 hours. Then another 360 miles, that's another 6 hours, so 2 to 8. Okay. Here's a graph. Okay. Between which 2 days is the growth rate the greatest? Greatest growth rate is biggest jump up. That's between 5 and 6. And yeah, they're usually looking for absolute growth in a number as opposed to a percentage. 20% discount. $14 after the discount. Okay, so what was it before? That's going to be 14 divided by 0.8. 17 and a half. Okay. What's this now? Frequency table. Bottles are only sold if they contain at least 19.8, no more than 20.2. Same for the sample and the overall 16,000. How many of the bottles cannot be sold? Okay, so 19.8 is the cutoff here. 20.2 is the cutoff here. In the sample, we had 2 outside of those, so 2 out of 80 couldn't be sold. So that's 1 over 40. So 1/40th this overall. 16,000 divided by 40 is 1,600 divided by 4 is 400. Okay, we have a linear function. What's the y-intercept? Okay, well, -4 to -2 goes down 6. So if you take another 2 steps up in x, you go down another 6. So 2 is the answer. That checks out. When a buffet restaurant charges $12 per meal, each of this, okay, so it's linear, decreases by 10. Greatest sales? I don't know if I have a shortcut for this. Backsolve. It's all going to take math. I'm skipping it and coming back to it. Okay, better. This is a line of best fit. It's at the origin. Intercept is a little under 4. Oh, they tried to be sneaky with the order here. So 3.7, and then it's positive slope. So no need to even calculate it. It's always good to look at the intercept first. What time are we at? 10? All right, let's push it. Linear function, slope of 3. So it has to have a slope of 3, and when you put in 2, you get 10. That's not, there it is. What's the value of x plus 3? Oh, yeah, we can just divide everything by 7. We get x plus 3 on the left side. Do I even have to solve for x there? Solution is xy. What's the value of 3x plus y? We can just add them again. Weird to get 2 in a row like that. Increase by 3.5% compared to each previous week. Okay, so that's, what type of function? Just increasing exponential? Because it's a percent change as opposed to an absolute change. All right, keep it calm. Can't choke here. How many data points is the prediction of a line greater than the actual? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of them. Number of miles remaining after X hours. What's the best interpretation? So 2 hours in, she has 64 miles to go. No. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, D. All right. Okay. 2954. Which of the following would be sufficient to prove it's congruent? Okay. So we have 2 angles. Can't have a third angle because that's only similar. So angle side angle congruence, BCEF. Yeah, okay. How many solutions does this have? Oh, 0. Because it's absolute value. It's never going to give you a negative number. A and B. What's the value of it? These are normal, so I should just be factoring this. 3x and x. Where's the minus 2? Got to be here. Plus 1. So it's 2/3 and minus 1. Add them together. Minus 1/3. What's this? Okay. The area of the shaded region is 36 pi minus 18. What's the perimeter of the square? Okay, so I would need the side length of the square. This has to be the area of the square, the 18. So root 18 or 3 root 2 is the side length of the square. So it's 12 root 2. Which the following is equivalent to this? Okay. Well, yeah, you can factor this into x squared minus 4 and x squared minus 4. which is this, and then each one of these is difference of squares. So you'd have two copies of each. I like both of those. Investment increases 2.5% of previous year's value, so that's exponential growth again. Initial is 500. Okay, so 2.5% growth on exponential is just B. It's 1 plus the growth rate. How many solutions? Well, it's linear, so it's either 0, 2, or infinity. Oh, wait. Are they scalar multiples? Minus 12, minus 12, minus 12? Yeah. They're the same exact equation on both sides. If it was only scalar multiples on the left but not on the right, it'd be 0 because they'd be parallel. Oh, no. What's this? Gap width. It's a linear function. Okay, so they just gave us 2 points, so we need to plug in the points. I see 40s here, so let's plug in the 40, make it easier. Can't be either of these. Okay, so I don't want to plug it in. Slope. Is it going up or down? So when the temperature goes up, the gap is going down. That makes sense physically because it should be the bridge should be expanding, the gap should be closing. So it should have negative slope. So A. Number of books in the library increased by 30%. X books in 2002. Which expression represents the number of books? I mean, it's just the percent change multiplier, 1.30. That's really question number 30? All right, don't get stuck. Oh yeah, I have one I need to go back to too. No, let's do these first. 3/5 indicated that they like comedies. Some said they didn't, and other people didn't respond. 1/15th probability that the viewer did not respond. How many of the viewers did not like comedies? Okay, so it's 3/5 who do, X who do not, and 1/15th who didn't respond. So 3/5 is 9/15, so it's 10/15, so the remainder is 5/15, or 1/3. Okay, so that's the fraction, but out of the 240 viewers, 1/3 of that is 80. It's a little bit involved there. Y coordinate of the y-intercept. Just plug in 0 for X. So 10. All right, what time? Oh, stop checking. Let's go. Can we get it? Wow. They're similar. What's the value of cosine of F? Just don't choke. That's what's more important. All right, so cosine of F, same as cosine of C. 24 over 30 is 8 over 10, or 0.8. Okay. Capacity, greatest capacity, median. Okay, there's 9 of them, so we're looking for the 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Italy at 863 is the median. To C, what's the value of C? It's a weird slope. I just have to write it out. So it's negative 4/5 X plus 4, and I plug in 2, and I get negative 8/5 plus 4. So that's 20/5, so 12/5. Yeah. It's got to be, right? What's the typical minimum weight of an adult African elephant in the wild in pounds? Okay, that means it wants to do a unit conversion. Minimum weight, 2.5. But that's tons, so it's 2.5 times 2,000, so 5,000. Okay. Close here. Typical lifespan, P% greater than the typical lifespan of the Asian elephant. Okay, so we're 70 versus 60. What's the value of P? And they want it in percentage, so not the decimal form. So it's just 70 divided by 60 minus 1. I mean, times 100, I guess. They didn't tell us how much to round. Okay, so because they didn't tell us the nearest percent, and we can't do like the fraction, like the 1/6, because we need to. I guess we could multiply it by. Don't overstate it. If you have an answer, but they didn't tell you anything about rounding, we should round it as far out as possible. So this would be 16.7 because we have 4 spots to use, and we could technically actually do 16.6. But we'll do 16.7. I mean, assuming that's the right answer. Function f is, which it should be. What's the value of B? Okay, I'm just looking for the intercept. So it's stepping 45. So down another 2 would be down another 90. So 16. We had one more. We had one more in that first batch. It was 14. Okay, so I need to come up with the equation for sales. I don't see a way around it. So if the price is going up by 0.5, the meals are going down by 10. So if the price goes up by 1, then meals go down by 20. So it's minus 20 price. And then when the price is 12, it's minus 240. So you get 400. So it's got to be 640 minus 20p is equal to the quantity. But we want the sales. So that's quantity times the price. So I have this equation, which is a quadratic, which makes sense because that's what would need to have a max. I just need to graph this. I don't want to solve for the vertex or anything. You can do it that way, but I have to keep my eye on the prize here. All right, will zoom fit work? I'm gambling. Oh, it did. Thank goodness. Max on the calc. And again, we're in the calculator section, so this is fine. Otherwise, you'd have to use the vertex formula, which again is not so bad. 15.9 repeating is 16 in that application. And we're done. Okay, so we're done. Was there anything I wanted to review? I don't know. I think we have to go right to the answer sheet because I don't know. That felt pretty good. But you know, on the actual test, you have to. It doesn't stop until you finish the answer sheet. So we'll keep the time going. I wonder how long this is going to take. See, I desperately do not want to choke something like this. B, C, ooh, careful. C, B, A, D, D, D. I'm doing 3 at a time where I can. There's an A, and then a C, and then a B. Then the fill-ins here, we had a 2 and a 56 and a 3. I'm just looking at my other screen for it. And a 5/3 and a 1/2. Okay. And then we're past the 20-minute mark. But okay, we're looking good for 25. So D, B, A, C. Oh, can you imagine if I just fill something in wrong? I'd be so devastated. D for 8, B, BCC. Yeah, it's okay to get three in a row. That's normal. You expect that to happen, even a couple times on a test like this. A, D. Well, I hope so. I guess I'm assuming those answers are correct. Another 3. That's still fine. There wasn't anything crazy in those. A, D. I guess I'm kind of nervous about that elephant one with the 16.7 from the rounding. Okay, so this is C. Come on, Steven, keep going. A, B. We can talk about this later. C, B, D. And then A, and then C. And then finally, for the fill-ins, we had 80. We had 10. We had 0.8. We had 863. We had 12/5. We had 5,000. We had 16.7, hopefully. And we had 16. And I'm going to call it 22-26. Sub 25 is good. Is sub 20 possible? that would, I mean, that would have to be super cracked to run that. Okay, so let's scan in the answer sheet using my app. Let's see what we got. Okay, I'll do my best to show you. Well, I mean, fingers crossed. I gotta get all these right, you know. And I'll probably do a video explaining a little bit more, just because, I mean, some of those shortcuts, like that circle one, it's a special shortcut, just a pattern that you can know. Okay. Oops. Oh no. That's not what I was looking for. Let's scan the other page. Okay. Okay, so we got both of these in. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Moment of truth. Oh, let's go, baby. Let's go. Let me show you. Let me just get a spot up of these answers, just so you can see that it's not. Yeah, okay. I mean, you can tell it's the test. Let me change the focus here. Oh yeah, get a look at that. That is a clean slate. Cross-reference it. You see a 16.7 down there? All right. Yeah, I mean, if you're really interested in like proofing this out, it's definitely worth noting that there's like, this isn't an actual speed run. There's no mods or leaderboard that would ever take anything like this. This just isn't. That's not the venue for it. But wow. Okay. So 22:26 is the time to beat. I think what I might do is do a couple of these for the verbal as well, just to give a sense. I don't think I'm quite as fluid with that, because that's like almost like 25% of the original timing. Like at that pace, I could do 3 full math sections, even a little bit more, in the time that it would normally take to do one. But okay, you know, I've spent a lot of time with the SAT, so at least I didn't get one wrong from a bubbling or something like that. I was a little bit nervous, honestly. Okay, yeah, great success. If you want to see me do some more of this stuff, then let me know. But yeah, I'm honestly just quite relieved. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully we can do this again sometime.